Sony did announce a flagship at MWC 2015, and its name does indeed contain the Z4 moniker. However, it's not the Xperia Z4 smartphone, but the Xperia Z4 tablet, a slate Sony claims it's the world's lightest and slimmest 10-inch tablet, well, at least until somebody tops that. I'm Anton, Nagy, and this is Pocketnow's first look at the Xperia Z4 tablet. You can only manufacture a lightweight tablet and claim it to be the lightest if you're using light materials, and glass is not among them, so don't expect to see it on the back of this slate. However, expect to be surprised at how light the Xperia Z4 tablet feels. At 389 grams for the Wi-Fi only version and 393 for the LTE enabled variant, it is even lighter than the already lightweight Apple iPad Air 2. We are still recovering from our amazement. It is that light. And if you get past the initial surprise, you'll be amazed a second time at how thin the tablet is. 6.1 millimeters. That is really thin. But despite the lightweight and thin form factor, it doesn't feel at all unsubstantial. It is sturdy, well built, and you won't be afraid to handle it, worrying that it might bend or break. We think the white color doesn't really do it any justice, as we prefer the looks of the black version, but that's a matter of a personal preference. Performance, however, is not. And in 2015, we no longer accept to see Android flagship tablets that are lagging. Luckily, this is not the case with the Xperia Z4 tablet, as we did not manage to bug down the demo unit, a unit everybody was abusing on the show floor. That has a lot to do with the flagship internals Sony has packed inside. From the 64-bit Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 processor clocking at 2 GHz to the Adreno 430 GPU, all the way to the 3 GB of RAM. Android Lollipop helps a lot as well, as the tablet ships with this version out of the box, and the fairly toned-down Sony UI, at least compared to previous versions, is also a big help in maintaining a fluid operation all the way throughout. Despite the otherwise beautiful 10.1-inch 2K display, which is extremely bright, Sony claims long battery life, up to 17 hours of video playback. We are not able to verify that until we extensively use the tablet, but the 6000 mAh battery and gentle power handling on the processor are probably the ones to thank for this. Like any of Sony's recent flagship offerings, the Z4 tablet is also water and dust proof with an IP65 and IP68 compliant build. Additionally, you get 32 gigs of internal storage that's expandable, and a pair of 8.1 and 5.1 megapixel shooters for the back and front respectively. LTE capability is present on the cellular-enabled version, and the audiophiles among you will be happy to hear high-res audio coming out of the headphone jack or blasting from the stereo front-facing speakers. During our short time with Lollipop and Sony's own skin, we found it to be stutter or lag-free. Those who owned previous Sony smartphones or tablets will feel right at home, and those who will use the tablet for the first time will have a short learning curve. The new Sony UI is relatively lightweight, and the beautifully executed Walkman or album applications will make sure you enjoy media consumption on the device. You'll have to get used to some of Sony's candy-like icons, but they're not too heavy on your senses, and Lollipop is dominant, both in key regions like the navigation buttons, notification tray, multitasking, some of the menus, settings to a certain degree, and so on. Prepare your wallet for June, wherever you live, if this tablet has caught your attention. Wait for our full review coming shortly on Pocketnow to see whether our final impressions will match the first ones. Subscribe to our social media to stay up to date with everything MWC and not only, and check Pocketnow.com regularly for updates. I've been Anton, Nagy, thanking you for your time. I'll see you soon with the next video.